So everybody can see this chart, right? This is the Nifty chart, and as you see that this it is very strong right now, and you can see this candle here. Well, who is this New Life? New Life, can you just introduce yourself with a right with your real name? Everybody else can hear, listen to me, right? So let us begin. I will begin with this monthly chart of Nifty, and as you can see how bullish this chart looks, right? So you can see this candlestick. This shows sheer power, and this thing was a correction, and then we get a consolidation, and then we are up with this bullish thing. So now one more thing that I wanted to show you on Nifty is basically this RSI. It has popped up above 60, and you see all the moving averages are taking good support at the 60 levels. Now this is a very good signature on the longer term charts that tells us that this thing is going to be very strong in the future. Right now it looks strong. What happens tomorrow we don't know, right? So this is also one thing you have to keep in mind. So this is the Nifty weekly, this is the Nifty monthly chart, and it looks quite strong right now, and it's giving us an indication that we are going to hit big targets. So basically we use this reverse Fibonacci thing to get to our target. So 127% is the minimum target that we can expect in Nifty if everything goes right and as expected. So 12,280 levels, or basically to be very precise, 12,200 levels is what we are expecting on the monthly chart. So this is the monthly chart basically. So you cannot expect anything to happen overnight. So you have to keep this in your mind when you are doing analysis with the monthly charts. So on the monthly charts, it is very bullish. And one thing I want you to bring to your notice is that the RSI is above 60. Now, when the RSI on the bigger charts get above 60, this is a signature of a very strong trend that is emerging. Okay, so keep in mind. Now, when RSI get now you see the RSI is above 60 on the daily weekly charts also, and the RSI is above 60 on the daily charts also. So on all the time frames, all the three time frames, the RSI is in the bullish zone. So as we know that 80-40 levels are the bullish levels, and especially the real power of RSI comes when it is above 60, right? So we get this thing, the RSI on every zone is a bullish zone. Now one thing you have to keep in mind on the daily chart also, that it is this doji thing is a type of indecision, as we all know, and there is a small divergence also. So this gives a signal of basically correction to us, that there may be uh, a small correction or maybe a consolidation in this week. May, because in the bullish, when you will see the, when we are in the bullish market, these candlestick patterns does not hold any significance, right? The markets are always failing this candlestick pattern and they are moving higher. So you can see how this gap was also negated, and this spinning top was negated, and again this spinning top was negated, right? So and on the in a bullish market, you basically don't give any much importance to candles. Basically, I don't give much importance to candle, because I've been working with big hedge funds, and I've been working with big brokers. They never see the candlestick chart. They never speak like that. they never put any emphasis on the candlestick chart कि एक doji आ गया अब नीचे आ जाएगा, bullish engulfing आ गया, bearish engulfing आ गया. They never talk in the candlestick terms, and they always believe in the price action. So price action क्या है? Higher high बन रहा है, higher high अभी बन रहा है, तो price action is bullish. So candlestick क्या बन रहा है, they don't care a damn. ठीक है, क्योंकि ऐसा होता है. But actually we are retail traders and we have तो भाई अपना पैसा जो है बहुत कीमती होता है, और अपने को अपना पैसा बचा के रखना जरूरी होता है, तो अपने को सब कुछ देखना पड़ता है. तो दिस इज व्हाट इज. तो अगर बेसिकली करेक्शन अगर आती है तो कहाँ रुकने की संभावना है, तो विल ड्रॉप डाउन टू द आवर्ली चार्ट्स. सो दिस इज द वे यू हैव टू डू एनालिसिस. बेसिकली आवर्ली चार्ट्स पे हम करेक्शन को देखेंगे कि कहाँ करेक्शन रुक सकता है, तो उसके लिए भी हम फिबोनाची यूज करेंगे. तो हम स्विंग लेंगे, 2-3 स्विंग की कंफ्लुएंस को देखेंगे. तो इफ यू नो द फिबोनाची थिंग, तो ये एक स्विंग लेते हैं. फिर देखिए दूसरा स्विंग, बेसिकली आई सिलेक्ट द सेकंड स्विंग फ्रॉम द 61.8 लेवल ऑफ द फर्स्ट स्विंग. तो ये जो बड़ा वाला स्विंग है, इसकी जहां 61.8% होती है, वहां से मैं जनरली सेकंड स्विंग लेता हूं, बिकॉज आई फाइंड इट मोर वाइबल. ठीक है, और तेरा थर्ड स्विंग जो होता है वो सेकंड स्विंग वाली 61% जहां होती है, ये देखिए सेकंड स्विंग की 61% है, तो उसी के आसपास से मैं थर्ड स्विंग को लूंगा. तो आई टेक द थर्ड स्विंग फ्रॉम हियर. सो बेसिकली एक कन्फ्लुएंस जोन आप देखोगे तो इधर में बन रहा है, ये एक अच्छा कन्फ्लुएंस जोन बन रहा है, और ये एक अच्छा कन्फ्लुएंस जोन बन रहा है. ठीक है, बाकी सब हम डिलीट कर देते हैं जल्दी से. तो ये कन्फ्लुएंस जोन बन रहा है, ये एक पिवट हाई भी है यहाँ पर और एक गैप भी है. तो दिस इज द स्ट्रॉन्गर कन्फ्लुएंस जोन हियर. तो निफ्टी अगर करेक्ट होता है तो मैक्सिमम वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट इट टू गेट डाउन टू 11,570 या 11,500. उसके नीचे नहीं जाना चाहिए. बट अगेन मैं भगवान नहीं हूँ, राइट? जो मुझे दिख रहा है चार्ट पे मैं वो बोल रहा हूँ आपको. तो ये एक्सपेक्टेशन है कि ये गैप को वापस टच करना चाहिए, एंड देन इट शुड स्टार्ट फ्लाइंग अगेन, राइट? तो टुमारो सम कोई डेटा भी आने वाला है मेरे ख्याल से, तो वी हैव टू बी वेरी मच थोड़ा सा अलर्ट रहना पड़ेगा. सो ये अर्ली चार्ट्स पे ये दो जो शॉर्ट टर्म जो हमें दिखाई दे रहा है ये सिग्नल्स वो है. और नहीं तो शॉर्ट टर्म मूविंग एवरेज को अगर आप देखोगे तो डेली चार्ट्स पे अगर शॉर्ट टर्म मूविंग एवरेज को आप देखो, ये जो 5 दिन का ईएमए है और ये 10 दिन का ईएमए है, ये दोनों अभी भी इंटैक्ट है, प्राइजेस इनके ऊपर है. तो देखिए जब एक स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रेंड होती है, जब ये 10 दिन का ईएमए बहुत काम आता है, एंड द प्राइजेस कीप क्लोजिंग अबव दिस 10 डे ईएमए ऑन अ स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रेंड. तो दिस इज द वे ये ईएमएस काम आते हैं. एंड एक देयर इज अ बिग hedge fund house, I won't name it, सिंगापुर में है. दे ओनली ट्रेड दिस सेटअप. 10 दिन के ईएमए के ऊपर दे विल बाय एंड 10 दिन के ईएमए के नीचे दे विल सेल, और कुछ नहीं देखते, शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेड लेते हैं. एंड दिस इज द वे. मतलब जब मैं उनसे मिला एंड आई आस्क्ड देम दैट व्हाट इज द स्ट्रेटजी यू पीपल आर अप्लाइंग, एंड दे टोल्ड मी दिस थिंग, एंड आई वाज लाइक, मींस मेरे को कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. मतलब मेरे को लग रहा था दे आर ब्लफिंग, आइदर द फर्स्ट थिंग दे आर ब्लफिंग विद अस, और दूसरा then they really showed me the back test and everything, and then they told me कि ये मैं देखता हूँ, we are only seeing this, we have coded this thing and only we trade this ऑन ए 5 मिनट टाइम फ्रेम, 5 मिनट के टाइम फ्रेम पे 10 दिन के ईएमआई के ऊपर बाय और 10 दिन के ईएमआई, मतलब 10 पीरियड के ईएमआई के ऊपर बाय और 10 पीरियड के ईएमआई के नीचे सेल, यही यूज करते हैं और कुछ भी यूज नहीं करते हैं। वेरी वेरी सरप्राइजिंग, बट वो यही यूज करते हैं। तो अब अपने जो ट्रेडर्स हैं, 12 साल से 15 साल से आरएसआई मैंने सीखा है, कैंडल स्टिक सीखा है, सब कुछ सीखा है। अब जब इनके पास जाता हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि 12 साल 15 साल से बेवकूफ बने और कुछ नहीं बने। बट अगेन अपने अपना अपना तरीका होता है यूज करने का और ट्रेड करने का। तो अपने रिटेल ट्रेडर होते हैं, अपने डरते वैसी हैं, दिस इज द थिंग, क्योंकि भाई अपने खून पसीने की मेहनत है और उनका क्या है, अपने जैसे लोगों का पैसा लेते हैं, उससे सीखते हैं, खेलते हैं, टेस्ट करते हैं। तो ये डिफरेंस होता है इसमें। तो चलिए उसके अंदर नहीं जाते हैं। तो ये निफ्टी का चार्ट है। बैंक निफ्टी भी सिमिलरली इट्स शोइंग द सेम थिंग। अगर आप देखो तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द मंथली थिंग। तो मंथली बैंक निफ्टी में बहुत स्ट्रांग है। ये कैंडल देखिए ऑल टाइम हाई बना ही चुका है, 60 के ऊपर भी है। वीकली अगेन सेम थिंग, ऑल टाइम हाई बना रहा है, वीकली के ऊपर है। और ये देखिए वन थिंग, 76 और 80 के रेंज में जब आ जाता है ना, देन इट इज एन टाइप ऑफ ओवरबॉट जोन। तो कुछ करेक्शन की एक्सपेक्टेशन हम लोग कर सकते हैं, लेकिन बुलिश मार्केट में करेक्शन मिलता नहीं। और ये देखिए ये भी 77, ये 80 के आसपास आया था। उस समय भी यूट्यूब में मैंने वीडियो में बोला था कि एक करेक्शन होगा, तो यहाँ पर एक करेक्शन ये आया था, देन इट वेंट अप वेरी फास्ट एंड फ्यूरियसली। और ये अगर आप देखो तो एक डाइवर्जेंस है यहाँ पर, ठीक है। सो अगर ये डाइवर्जेंस देखना पड़ेगा कि कैसे प्ले आउट होता है। और ये 3 दिन के आरएसआई के 3 दिन के एमए को देखो तो ये भी जो है 80 के आसपास घूम रहा है, तो इसको तोड़ नहीं पाया। तो ओवरऑल मेरे को लग रहा है कि इट मे लीड टू एन करेक्शन, राइट। सो करेक्शन होगी तो हम कहाँ एंटर करेंगे, अगेन विल स्विच टू द अर्ली चार्ट्स। और आप देखोगे कि यहाँ पर भी सेम टाइप ऑफ, आई जस्ट ड्रॉ दिस फॉर यू। बैंक निफ्टी बहुत बहुत स्ट्रांग है। अभी मैं आपको कुछ स्टॉक्स दिखाऊंगा, उसमें आप देखोगे, आपको पता चलेगा कि क्या है। तो ये 61 के लेवल के आसपास की स्विंग में लूंगा। तो यहाँ पर फिलहाल कोई मुझे 61 के लेवल के आसपास की स्विंग नहीं मिल रही है, ये वाली स्विंग ले लेता हूँ, 50 वाली स्विंग ले लिया। सो वी हैव अ गुड कन्फ्लुएंस हियर एट दिस पॉइंट, एंड अगेन वी हैव अ गुड कन्फ्लुएंस हियर। ये कोलकाता में जुलूस बाजी, जस्ट गिव मी 1 सेकंड, आई जस्ट क्लोज द विंडो एंड कम। ओके, सो ये दो कॉन्फ्लुएंस एरिया मुझे मिल गई, सॉरी फॉर दिस नॉइस। ये दो कॉन्फ्लुएंस एरिया हमें मिल गई है, एंड मे बी वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट बैंक निफ्टी टू कम टू दिस पॉइंट। एंड ये 50 दिन का मूविंग एवरेज भी यहाँ पर है 29,917 पे, एंड और वी एक्सपेक्ट टू द बैंक निफ्टी टू कम डाउन ईयर। ये भी 100 पीरियड का मूविंग एवरेज यहाँ पर है 29,425। तो ये निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी का अभी जो आउटकम हमने देखा है। तो अगर इसमें आपको कोई डाउट है तो यू कैन टाइप इन योर क्वेश्चंस, मैं देख लेता हूँ। कोई डाउट नहीं है? एवरीवन ओके विद इट? नहीं, इसमें स्टोकेस्टिक्स आई एम नॉट यूजिंग, क्योंकि आई कम टू इट। मैं स्टॉक्स को देखूंगा तब मैं आपको स्टोकेस्टिक मैट्रिक दिखाता हूँ। बेसिकली आरएसआई पे आई एम फोकसिंग मोर, ठीक है, क्योंकि आई जस्ट वांटेड टू शो यू दैट यू कैन यूज ओनली आरएसआई टू ट्रेड। तो ये आरएसआई पे मैं फोकस कर रहा हूँ। एनीथिंग एल्स ऑन दिस चार्ट? कुछ भी अगर आपको डाउट लग रहा है तो वी कैन टेक अप द क्वेश्चन। ऑलराइट, लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड। तो नाउ सी, स्टॉक सिलेक्शन टेक्निक के बारे में बात करते हैं, कैसे एक वॉच लिस्ट हम बनाएंगे। सो बेसिकली व्हाट आई डू, मेरा स्टॉक सिलेक्शन टेक्निक ऐसा होता है कि आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ट्रेडिंग फॉर 1 2 3 4 5 days, ऐसा आई एम नॉट एट ऑल इंटरेस्टेड। मेरा इंटरेस्ट ये रहता है कि एनी स्टॉक और एनी कमोडिटी और एनीथिंग इफ वी चूज टू ट्रेड, कम से कम उसे एक एक्सटेंडेड पीरियड के लिए ट्रेड करें, मे बी 15 days to 20 days उसको ट्रेड करें, और कम से कम जब तक उसके अंदर से हमें 10 से 12% का जूस नहीं मिले, राइट, मिनिमम 10 to 12% इफ यू नॉट गेटिंग इन ए सिंगल ट्रेड, तब तक वैसा ट्रेड लेके फायदा नहीं। तो मैं अपनी वॉच लिस्ट कैसे बनाता हूँ, आई टेल यू जस्ट राइट नाउ, और इसको आप समझिएगा, ये बहुत अच्छा तरीका है। हर एक मंथ के एंड में आई मैं सारे जितने भी फ्यूचर्स के स्टॉक को, बिकॉज आई ट्रेड इन फ्यूचर, ये आप इसको कैश में, कमोडिटीज में और करेंसीज में सब जगह लगा सकते हो। तो जितने भी मंथ के एंड में जितने भी फ्यूचर्स के स्टॉक है, मैं सबको एक एक करके देखता हूं, और मैं इसमें सबसे पहले देखता हूं कि 40 पे कौन कौन से स्टॉक बाउंस खा रहे हैं, या कौन कौन से स्टॉक जो है 40 पे सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं, 40 के लेवल्स पे कौन कौन से स्टॉक सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं। तो देखिए मैंने लिस्ट बना रखी है इस मंथ में, मंथ एंड में, मंथली चार्ट है, तो मंथ के एंड के बाद कौन कौन से स्टॉक्स जो है वो 40 पे सपोर्ट ले रहे हैं, ये पहला क्राइटेरिया होता है। सेकंड क्राइटेरिया ये होता है कि वो जो कैंडल स्टिक, जो मंथली कैंडल स्टिक बना है, वो मंथली कैंडल स्टिक कौन सा बना है, क्योंकि वो प्राइस एक्शन हमें बताता है कि यहाँ पर असली में एक्यूमुलेशन हुई है, असली में बंदों ने खरीदा है। तो लास्ट जो मंथली कैंडल स्टिक है, लास्ट 2 3 कैंडल स्टिक्स हम उसमें देखते हैं, ठीक है। तो अब देखिए जैसे कि ये है भेल का चार्ट, और आप अगर ये भेल के चार्ट को देखो तो सबसे पहला तो जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि 40 पर सपोर्ट लेके घूम गया है, तो ये क्या होता है, रेंज शिफ्ट होता है, राइट। अब देखिए आरएसआई में लोग बहुत कुछ सीखना चाहते हैं, लेकिन मैं आपको बोलता हूं कि अगर आप सिर्फ रेंज शिफ्ट को समझ जाओ ना, सिर्फ रेंज शिफ्ट को अगर समझ जाओ और सिर्फ रेंज शिफ्ट के बेसिस पे ट्रेड करो, तो आपकी ट्रेडिंग 99% इंक्रीज हो सकती है, आपका हिट रेट 99% बढ़ सकता है। तो रेंज शिफ्ट जो होता है, सिर्फ रेंज 40 60 पे कहां चल रहा है, 80 पे क्या चल रहा है, आप सिर्फ उस पर फोकस करो, और सब टूल भूल जाओ, कैंडल स्टिक सब भूल जाओ, सिर्फ रेंज शिफ्ट के पीछे अगर पड़े रहो ना, तो उसमें आपकी ट्रेडिंग बहुत रिफाइन हो सकती है। रेंज शिफ्ट के पीछे मैंने बहुत काम किया, जैसे मैंने आपके साथ शेयर किया ही है अपने काम को। तो देखिए ये 40 पर सपोर्ट लिया है, 40 पर सपोर्ट लेके घूम के दोनों मूविंग एवरेज के ऊपर घूम रहा है, और दोनों मूविंग एवरेज 40 के ऊपर है। ये कैंडल स्टिक अगर आप देखो तो ये एक मॉर्निंग स्टार पैटर्न बन रहा है, ये छोटा सा हैमर यहां बना था और उसके बाद ये हैमर को कंफर्म किया है, ये मॉर्निंग स्टार पैटर्न बन रहा है। तो भेल जो है मंथली टाइम फ्रेम पे सपोर्ट ले रहा है, ऑलराइट। 40 पे बाउंस मतलब मंथली टाइम फ्रेम पे सपोर्ट, everybody is getting me right, suppose I'm very clear on it, so everybody is getting, so when it is taking support on the 40 levels on the monthly chart, that means it is taking support on the higher time frame chart. I just try to imagine this is taking support on the higher time frame chart. Now we'll switch to the weekly chart and we see the weekly chart, what is happening to the stock on the weekly chart. Now on the weekly chart, first thing I will look for a resistance break or a good rounding pattern, double top pattern. I look for something like that. Here I got exactly the same thing. There was a type of rounding pattern forming here. And one more thing which I have noticed, just try to read my mind, and what I am telling you, you have to do analysis exactly the way I am doing. And once you are through it, then stock selection will be just peanuts for you. Now this was a negative reversal here, if you can see. If you can see, this was a negative reversal in making. If you can just right now, this candle has failed, negated this negative reversal thing, and also it has closed above the, if you see, the 50-day SMA. Now the next target is the 100-day SMA, and above it is the 200-day SMA. And if you see other government companies, power companies, especially NTPC, Power Finance, Power Grid, REC, they have made very good moves recently, but this was lagging to make such a move. Now I think that this has taken a leap now, and it will start to move surely. So this is one of the stock. What we saw was a good range support on the monthly chart, and then a good negative reversal failure on the weekly chart. Now we are getting two indications of strength in the stock, right? And then we'll move to the daily chart, and in the daily chart you can see on the last day how it kicked off very nicely. Here RSI is above the 70 levels, 60 levels. So if you will ask me, should we enter it right now? Now this is a very speculative question. If you can, digest some losses or some pullback losses, then you can enter it right now, or else we'll wait for a retracement, right? So let it get reversed little bit, and then we'll wait for a retracement. And if you are ready to take some losses, because anytime it can come down, because we have seen that there is a divergence in Nifty, there is a divergence in Bank Nifty, so it may affect this stock overall also. But the trend has become very, very bullish right now. This is the stock selection technique I apply in my daily trading, right? So let it cross the channel, and then we'll see how it behaves. So keep this thing in your watch list. I am just creating a watch list with you. Next is HPCL futures. Now everybody will be very much surprised to see that HPCL future has already given a very good run. And I think the run in HPCL have just begun. It have just started. Now see, it's taking support at the 40 levels and moved up. The RSI 9 is taking support at the 40 levels and curling up. This candlestick tells you the whole story of the strength that is building in this stock, and it has closed above all the important moving averages on the monthly chart. Now this stock is getting ready for the move now. All right, so this is the thing. Everybody must have wondering ki ye stock has already run 20-25% and now it is going to end. No, it had just begun. And this is the monthly chart, HPCL. If you look at the weekly chart also, it's quite strong. It has come above 60 levels, and you can see the good rounding bottom type of formation has been formed. And once it breaks above it, you're going to the previous high and maybe above it. And on the daily chart, you'll see there are positive reversals. You have this positive reversal here, and we see that it is not getting. Oh, now let us see at the stochastics and MACD also. If you are willing to see that it is very much comfortably above the zero line, and the stochastic is also not getting oversold. Again, on the weekly chart, you will see the stochastic hasn't got oversold. After this thing, it went up and came down, and it's not got oversold. The RSI is well above 60, and the momentum on the MACD is positive. And on the monthly chart, it is crossing the oversold zone. The momentum has picked up on the MACD, and you see the RSI is at the 40 levels. Yeah, its MACD is down on the weekly chart, I know, but see the momentum. See the momentum of the MACD. This signal line and MACD line. Now this is the problem. Now everybody will see the signal line and MACD line. Now if this crossover will succeed or not, that will depend on this momentum thing. Now if this momentum is getting positive and the MACD is facing on the north side or on the upside, there is a high chance that this crossover will get a success. It won't be a zero line reversal, because the momentum has got strong here. All right. So this is the way you have to trade with MACD. So whenever you are looking at the MACD, look at this momentum thing, this histogram thing. If it gets positive, right, there is a high chance that the MACD will also get positive. And if you see the MACD is already above zero, the signal line is below zero. Now 1 or 2 weeks, I think the signal line will also get above zero. The MACD is already above zero. This was HPCL. Now Mahindra in Mahindra futures. Let's look at it. Now let's see, this is the wonderful thing. Took support on the, let me do this one first. Okay, took support on the 40 levels, and on the monthly chart it is not getting oversold, sorry. So it's a good indication. Now you have this inside bar or the harami candle here also. So what I see is this thing, the support on the 40 levels, right? Then we'll switch on to the weekly chart. Now weekly chart is also at 40 levels. Two time frames are taking support at the 40 levels, and we have this hammer on the weekly chart. And now if we draw this retracement, let us see. I see the retracement is near the 61 and 50. Again, at the support, showing strength. And when we go to the daily chart, again it bounced off from the 40. Now see, all the three time frames, in all the three time frames, the RSI was at 40. That means all the three time frame are supporting. All the three time frame are supporting this stock. This is going to get bullish, right? So this is the thing you have to keep. This is the way you have to analyze. Or kuch nahi hai. Now you have to make a full watch list of this type of stocks, and then you have to keep watching them throughout the month, and you will get a trade in this thing also. Now see, this was a bullish kicker. If you can see, it opened up with a gap, and then again there was a confluence of this moving average. It's closed above the confluence, and then we have this. This is the first resistance, and this is the second resistance, 100-day and 200-day. On top of that, this RSI SMA 3 is not getting oversold. It has to be this much simple only. You don't have to complicate. For retail trading, for guys like us who are doing retail trading and also doing our business, we don't have time to sit on the screen for the full day. We have to do our business. We have to trade the stocks also. This is the best thing to do. I myself is doing business. Now see, this is the zero line reversal on the daily chart of the MACD, and the stochastic is not getting oversold. Now everything is telling us that this sector is going to go up. Full auto sector is going to go up. Now we can take a contrarian view on it. If you see from the last few weeks, the auto sector has been underperforming Nifty. Just go and see the charts, and you will see right from 2 or 3 months, last 2 or 3 months, the auto sector has underperformed Nifty. Right now, we see this week also the auto sector has taken a hit and it has underperformed Nifty on the weekly basis on the whole. Now, to take a contrarian view of the market, and when you know when this contrarian view get correct, and when you are right on the contrarian view, what happens? It can change your fortune, right? So this thing happens. Now, if you want to take a contrarian view, go and watch all the auto sector. Go and watch Ashok Leyland, go and watch Maruti, Hero Honda, and you can watch this M&M. You can watch Tata Motors. Everything has started showing some strength to me. And if you want to get a contrarian view, you can really try to time your entries there. Yeah, every auto stock. Tata Power. See, same setup. I'll just scroll the charts now. Tata Power, same setup. 40 support on the RSI, piercing pattern, MACD momentum getting positive, and this is this on the weekly charts. See, everything similar, and on the daily chart, you have this bounce, a beautiful bounce from the 20 moving average, then gap up, zero line reversal, not getting oversold. But again, just follow the main index, what Nifty is doing. If Nifty is not moving, these stocks will not move. Keep this in your mind. And if you want to get long, just keep this in your watch list. Just keep watching them. And once Nifty starts moving up, these stocks will be the first to move up. Keep in mind. Now, Bank of India, as I told you, कि people are selling कि bank में rally हो गया है, it is done. No, I think that the bank में rally, these type of banks are going to start the rally now. You see this Bank of India at the 40 levels. Now these two are not impressive on the monthly charts, but on the weekly charts, you see this has not got overbought and the momentum have become positive here, and we have a bounce from the 40 levels, and there is a good consolidation, and once it gets above the consolidation thing, it will really blast off. Similarly, Can Bank. Now, when you will look at this chart or this chart, you will say that yeah, jitna bhagna tha bhag liya. But when you look at this chart, you will see that it has just taken the support here. Bigger move is yet to come. This is Canara Bank. Everything what I have selected is the stocks that has taken support on the 40 levels on the monthly time frame. This is what I have done, and I'll monitor this stock only during the week, during the month, and nothing else. It will give me the trade, either long, either short. Kuch bhi dega, but these things will give me. And I'll after that I'll tell you one more method to filter the stocks. See the Union Bank monthly 40 support. This is not getting oversold. Weekly a very good consolidation rounding formation, and it is not getting oversold, it's getting overbought. Union Bank, this is Union Bank, and again on the daily chart you can see it's oversold, it's overbought, sorry, but we can expect correction and then we can get ready for getting into the stock whenever we see bullish formation on the support level. Now support level ke liye kya use kare? You can use anything you want. I'm very flexible with the things. You can use the pivot points, you can use the moving average, you can use the Fibonacci thing, you can use the swing thing. I'm very much flexible, but what I want to you to really get your eye on is this thing, the setup, how to recognize the setup on the RSI, and how you can really filter the stocks using RSI, and how you can trade them. Now this is the most important thing, right? So this is the thing. It is now what I told you on the 75 levels. It has been little bit on the overbought territory, so we can just come down to a little bit this thing, let it get little bit corrected, and then we can this is the monthly chart of Union Bank. Bank of Baroda, just have a look, keep jotting down that. Okay, I'll provide you the recording also. This is the weekly chart, and this is the daily chart. Now daily again we see some type of divergence, but ठीक है, correction होगा, we'll get into it. Now this is Tata Chemical. Now after this fall, now it has taken a beautiful support on the 40 levels on the monthly charts, and we have 50 SMA support. Weekly chart, it is consolidation on the 200 period SMA, and on the daily chart it has getting ready to break out this type of hammer type of formation here and started to move up. All right, IDFC. Now see, by looking at this chart you will only realize that the moves have just begun. I'll tell you entry confirmation kaise kare, I'll just come to it. So let us do that only. Okay, now how we'll confirm our entries? Now this is an overextended move, of course. When you see that it is near the overbought zones, now we'll draw our Fibonacci. And as I told you, any support thing you can use. So, but I am drawing my Fibonacci here. Acha, let's discuss it with the moving average better. Now, if it corrects, okay, if it corrects, we have to see what RSI is doing, and we have to see what this RSI 3 is doing, SMA 3. If it gets during this correction, if it gets oversold, then this correction can be a deep correction. But during the correction, if it then does not get oversold and take a support at the 20 levels and start moving up from the 20 levels, and we have a bullish candle formation, suppose on this 100-day SMA or 200-day SMA, it comes and it touches the 200-day SMA, and we have a bullish formation here. The RSI is well above the bullish range, that is 80-40. RSI 3 SMA 3 is not getting oversold. This will be a perfect entry for us to go long. All right. This is the way you can really take an entry in the stock. National Aluminium. I don't have enough data, so इसको छोड़ देते हैं. NHPC. Now see, this is NHPC again. 40 पे monthly support on 40. We have this bullish engulfing pattern. Triple bottom type of formation. And you see the RSI is curling up from the moving averages. Yes, of course. When the RSI is overbought, you have to wait for the retracement. And if you can digest little bit loss, if you are okay with it, then you can enter it also. It all depends on you. And this is the daily chart. All right. Again, see above 40, and it is at a resistance. Once this resistance is gone, then it has no resistance till, you can see. But again, these are very small value stocks, right? So I generally don't like to trade in them. I stick myself to right up like top 30 or top 40 stocks, not more than that. Personally trading, yes, to do analysis and to populate my YouTube videos, I have to look into the stocks. But for my personal trading, basically I'll stick to Sensex 30 stocks. I am happy with it. If there is no trade setup, I am happy with it. If there is a trade setup, I will go for it. And yes, I do trade commodities also. So this is TVS Motor. Now see again one more motor company or one more auto company. TVS Motor, inverted hammer at a moving average. RSI is curling up from the 40 levels. On the weekly charts, this is taking support on the 200 period SMA, and RSI is basically it's into a oversold zone. But once it crosses these two moving averages on the upside, then it will become a bullish bet. And then on the daily chart, we have a negative reversal here, but hopefully it fails. And if it fails, then this stock is going up. If you want to take a contrarian view, auto stocks are the best. India Bull Housing Finance. Now this one has done miracles. See, this is a morning star pattern on the monthly chart with RSI positive and this thing also positive. Realty stock, if you have I'll just come back to it. If you have watched our previous classroom videos, you must have seen that I was bullish on the realty stocks before also. There was a surge move on the daily charts, and I have told you at that time to keep an eye on the realty stocks. And this, according to me, if you ask me, people say event make charts, but I say charts make event. Right? It's not that event make the charts. I say charts make the event, because I just love this thing, and it has been now 14 years. I have spent my, if in around a 14 years period, I have spent more than 8 years to 9 years with the charts only, right? Solely on the charting thing. So this is a morning star pattern, a very clean pattern, and very, you get a textbook type of pattern here. This is amazing. Now when you come up with above this thing, you see the sky is the limit for it. Now monthly chart पे देख के you can just take contrarian views on this thing, and there are so many stocks, right? अगर one or two or three stocks also अगर काम कर जाते हैं, then you are done for the month. Now this is the weekly chart. We have seen the run, and this is the daily chart. Now it's near the 200-day SMA. Let it get to the 200-day SMA. Let it correct, and then we'll enter. वैसे entry तो we have already planned our entries. मेरे YouTube, please go and watch the YouTube videos also. Don't ignore them because they are also very high quality videos. The stocks that I discussed there are also very high quality trades. I don't reveal my actual methodology there, but I don't come up with my actual planning there. I do not show what I have really seen behind the scenes. But when you are learning with me, you will be very well aware of what I am talking about when you are looking at the charts, right? This is Ajanta Pharma. Now, pharma sector also, I was quite bullish on the pharma sector, quite a while ago also, but this didn't start to move. But now, abhi we see that these have started to move right now. And Ajanta Pharma, this is the resistance point. Let it get over. इसके ऊपर आ जाने दो, then we'll going up. Amar Raja battery, not enough data on the thing. I'll just ignore it. Castrol, you see the 40 support, and this is a wonderful thing. There is a support on the moving average also, right? This is a strong one. And again on the weekly chart, we are just below the 60 levels, but at the verge of the breakout. When we get a breakout here, it will be a good move. And on the daily chart, it is already trading above all the moving averages. So अगर Nifty correct करता है, then we are not going to trade on the long side. Now this is Cadila Healthcare, again a very strong formation. You see this candlestick, there was a doji here on the monthly chart. Now on the monthly chart, when you get a doji, you will understand that there is an indecision, and this doji was confirmed. Use Fibonacci for retracement. Basically, this is the best thing you can use. And this is the weekly chart. It is taking support on every moving average here. You see the RSI moving average, and there is this type of formation, this swing thing. Now, if you have read about Jesse Livermore's works, this was the swing level he was using, and this was one of his best setups to trade. So, if you go and read the stock selection, there is a book, I think, stock selection method using Jesse Livermore, something like that. But if you read that book correctly, you will see that this was one of his favorite setups to trade. So this is Cadila Healthcare, and when you switch to the daily chart, you will see that it is almost near the 200-day. Let it cross the 200-day SMA, then the sky is the limit. Don't have any resistance. IDFC Bank on the monthly chart, wonderful candle. Now I think looking at this chart, मेरे को ये conviction हो रहा that rally has just started, ऐसा लग रहा है मेरे को. As you see, breakout from an inverse head and shoulder on the weekly charts. If you can just see this, right? When you spend more time with your charts, right, rather than your wife and girlfriend, you can spot these things very easily. And on the daily chart, it is already now. Support कैसे find करे या entry कहाँ पर ले? This is the thing. You can use your Fibonacci every time. You can use your Fibonacci like this. ये 61 के आसपास लेते हैं. बड़ा swing ये था. This was the bigger swing. Then the next swing is this near 61 levels. We'll take this swing here. और तीसरा swing here near 61 levels. We'll take this swing here. Right, we get a good confluence area around this point. Now see, there are 3 or 4 Fibonacci confluence area here. This one is good. Okay, since it's a daily chart, So we'll just remove everything. So we have a good support at this level, right? So agar if you want really to take entry here, this is the right time for you. Just wait for this retracement here. Look for a bullish candle formation and then go long. Look what the RSI is doing. The RSI should not get into the bear zone and it should not get oversold, or it should not, if it gets oversold, it should come back again and get overbought. RSI 3. Alright, so this is the way you can. Gap आपको candlesticks में दिखता है. Now when you switch on this thing, you don't see any gaps. और ultimate अपना goal है, ultimate our goal is to trade on this setup only. Line chart, line chart, line chart और कुछ नहीं, nothing else. So there are people in this group. Mr. Nishant is there and Mr. Ajay is there. और भी बंदे, they have not joined me. They have done my transform course and they can very well understand why I am using the line charts. अगले 6 महीने में I'll just train you to use this line chart only. क्योंकि because if I show everyone, no, if I come to this public thing and show this thing to everyone, they won't understand and they start criticizing. So it's better to keep these good things with me only. Now Indian Bank, now this one is again another a very good setup. Now just see this setup. What a candle. Means अगर आप इसको अगर देखोगे, you will, if you are watching it right now, you will see कि rally has just begun. ऐसा लगता है रैली अभी शुरू हुई है. Now see this. What a formation. I just can't बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ फॉर्मेशन के बारे में, मतलब कि इतना अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को. What a formation. Just can't क्या बोलूं मैं. Just see, look at it. Wonderful formation. You fall love in it. आई देखो 200 पीरियड के ऊपर. Lovely, lovely. Now there is a divergence. Of course we need a good point for entry. We'll just इसको बड़ा करते हैं and we'll wait for the entry here. 61 के पास में कौन सा swing है? This one. Alright, so with getting a good confluence point at these levels. Alright, तो इस पे we can get a good entry here. यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा तो this is a good entry. Indian Bank. And if you can really digest some losses, you can go long now. But what I does not recommend every time to go long, because अगर यहाँ पर देखो तो 80 पे, just see this thing. Yes, ये 80 पे मैंने मार्क किया इसको. Now it is hesitating to go above 80. तो हो सकता है थोड़ा करेक्शन आए, थोड़ा साइडवेज जाए. We can wait, right? So these were all the stocks that were taking support at the 40 on the monthly chart, right? So yeah, this was it. Now one thing, yeah, I'm talking about transform only. There are many people who haven't done. I've taken off this course from the market because people thought it was too costly. So now one more stock selection technique. Should I discuss it right now? It's already 3. Okay, let's take the questions, right? So one by one you can ask your questions. You can just type in the chat box and I'll just reply your questions. One by one you can just type your questions. I'll just take every question one by one. रिलेटिंग टू द कोर्स, अगर आपको कोर्स में कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसा कुछ कि यू आर नॉट गेटिंग अंडरस्टैंडिंग एनीथिंग ऑन द कोर्स, वी कैन टॉक ऑन दैट ऑल्सो. एंड ओके, सेंचुरी टेक्सटाइल, लेट मी चेक. इतना हाई बीटा स्टॉक्स आई जनरली ना, मेरे को बहुत डर लगता है. सेंचुरी टेक्सटाइल, विच टाइम फ्रेम वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मिस्टर निशांत, ऑन द डेली? On a daily time frame? Okay. Now see. Now see. It is a 10 star sell setup, as you say, but just look at the price action. And we cannot ignore this candle, sir. Why we would ignore this candle? ये कैंडल को इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते सर हम, क्योंकि प्राइस एक्शन जो है अपने को बता रहा है दिस ओपनड अप विद अ गैप, एक कंसोलिडेशन एरिया से, फ्रॉम एन कंसोलिडेशन एरिया it opened up with a gap. Now how can you ignore this thing? Now one more thing I'll just explain you today. A very good, just listen to me, a very good cell setup, a very good cell setup, when it fails, becomes a very very good buy setup. Okay. So this setup failed here, and now it has become a buy setup. And you see the RSI is taking support at the 60 levels. Let me check the weekly chart also then. कहाँ एनआर है? नहीं है एनआर सर. There is no NR on the weekly charts. If you're talking about this one, so it has already breached this thing, and yeah, okay. Now please, ऐसा ही होता है सर. This is the stock market, and you have to be very much vigilant, right? And one more question, I got it. Now spinning top. देखिए यार, एक चीज मैं आपको बोलता हूँ कि दूसरों के वीडियो देख के मेरे से क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हो तो आई फील वेरी एम्बेरस्ड. तो किसी दूसरे आदमी को गलत बताना मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगता है. But again, I'll just tell you one thing. Spinning top. What is a spinning top? What spinning top means? Now, this candle is a spinning top candle. है ना? This candle is a spinning top candle. Yes, of course, it is undecisiveness. तो undecisiveness का मतलब it can go up and as well it can go down. So we need a confirmation. If we have a candlestick confirmation above it, एक प्राइस इसके ऊपर बंद होता है, and only looking at candle in isolation of the indicators is a crime, right? अगर आप सिर्फ कैंडल स्टिक्स पे ट्रेड करोगे, इंडिकेटर्स को नहीं देखोगे, इट इज अ क्राइम यू आर डूइंग. You're committing a crime. Now you have to look at the indicators, what they are doing. If RSI MA3 is not getting overbought, if this candle, this RSI has shifted the range, there is a divergence, it's not getting overbought, then only bidding top will go down. If it is getting overbought, the candlestick, the RSI is well into a bullish zone, then it may only lead to a small retracement and it can again go up. ठीक है. Now एक चीज मैं आपको दिखाता हूं. Just have a look at it. Candlesticks लोगों को, they make fool of people when you are using it on the daily charts or the weekly charts. Candlestick सिर्फ देखिए monthly charts पे. ये candlestick, this is a hammer. This is a hammer. What happened? Price went down. Price ऊपर जानी चाहिए थी. This is an evening star. Sorry, morning star. What happened? Price went down. ऊपर जानी चाहिए थी. This is again a morning star. What happened? एक दो कैंडल के लिए ऊपर, प्राइस वेंट डाउन. सो हर एक स्विंग पे जहां जहां आपको बाय मिला, on every swing where you got a buy, the candlestick just trapped you and did nothing. ठीक है. That's why I tell you this thing. I love this thing. कुछ आपको कोई भी तरह का कोई भी इमोशनल ब्लैकमेल नहीं कर सकता. ये चार्ट नीचे दिख रहा है. इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट अ डाउन ट्रेंड, यू आर लुकिंग एट अ डाउन ट्रेंड, नथिंग एल्स. Okay, anything else? Anyone? Well, I have more than 30-35 people in the traders classroom and everybody is making their Sunday, it seems so. वो अपने काम कर रहे हैं. Sun TV. Sun TV 18th Jan. Okay. Okay. Sun TV on 18th Jan. This candle, you're talking about this candle and you're talking about RSI here. So RSI, now see what happened here. अगर यहाँ पर अपने शॉर्ट लेते at this point, ये तो अपनी मतलब कि this is just like, see where is the RSI? Are you talking about this point, Mr. Ajay, right? This is on the 18th of Jan. Yes. Now see where is the RSI? RSI is deep into 20-25 zones. कि oversold, yes, it's extremely oversold. Now इस पे आप ट्रेड कैसे लोगे? Just let me show you this way. ये देखो, इस पे आप ट्रेड कैसे ले सकते हो? ये ऑलरेडी इतना ओवरसोल्ड है. यू शुड हैव वेटेड, यू शुड हैव वेट फॉर इट टू कम अप लिटिल बिट and then see whether it is taking resistance or not. Fibonacci बनाते whether it is taking resistance or not, and then you should have gone short. ये इतने नीचे. Now one more thing, if you look at the volume signature here, ये जो selling आई है, and if you see this volume, what it tells you, it is just an exhaustive volume. Exhaust हो गया है. ट्रेंड के लास्ट में अगर ऐसा कैंडल अपने को मिलता है विथ हाई, वेरी हाई वॉल्यूम्स, इट जस्ट टेल्स यू दैट यहाँ पर हो सकता है कि ये कोई एग्जॉशन सेल है. बट हम उस पर नहीं जा रहे, वी आर नॉट गोइंग ऑन दैट. ऑन RSI वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट RSI, इट इज ऑलरेडी हेवीली ओवरसोल्ड. नाउ एज आई टोल्ड यू जस्ट नाउ इन निफ्टी, एज आई टोल्ड यू, एंड इफ यू सी एनी बैंक, लेट अस सी एक्सिस बैंक। एक्सिस बैंक नीचे आ गया है। निफ्टी, अच्छा निफ्टी को देखते हैं। अगर आप निफ्टी को ही देखो तो इस जगह पे it was almost at 80 levels, right? So it was heavily overbought. So you cannot trade nifty at these levels, right? You should not even think of going long at these levels because एक correction आना ही आना है. इतना oversold, price is very overextended. Now when it comes down and takes support, now see where it takes support. It is taking support at the 60 levels, and we have this 45 level SMA on the RSI, and then it moves up. तो ऐसे जगह का अपने को वेट करना है. वी हैव टू वेट फॉर दिस टाइप ऑफ लेवल्स सपोर्ट टू गेट इनटू द स्टॉक. एंड आउटराइट, एज आई टोल्ड यू कि आउटराइट अगर आप यहां पर बाय करना चाहते हो, देन you should have the gut to digest this thing. All right, now divergence, we cannot go long on a divergence. ये बात हमेशा याद रखिएगा, क्योंकि एक चीज आप जरा सोचो. Now let me tell you one more thing. ये डाइवर्जेंस है, राइट? ये तो डाइवर्जेंस तो साफ साफ दिख रहा है अपने को. यू कैनॉट गो लॉन्ग ऑन द डाइवर्जेंस, क्योंकि डाइवर्जेंस का मतलब होता है कि मोमेंटम वीक हो रहा है, राइट? नाउ रीड दिस. एवरी ट्रेंड चेंज बिगन्स विथ एन डाइवर्जेंस. ठीक है, तो अभी आने वाले क्लासेस में इन द मोर ट्रेडिंग क्लास, ट्रेडिंग ट्रेडर्स क्लासरूम में विल आई शो यू हाउ यू कैन exactly pinpoint tops and bottoms using RSI and divergence. तो लोग कहते हैं कि डाइवर्जेंस, इवन एंड्रू सर इज टेलिंग, इवन वेरी बिग टीचर्स एंड कोचेस ऑल ओवर इंडिया इज टेलिंग, आपको ये बताते हैं कि डाइवर्जेंस जो है बुल ट्रेंड में आती है. यू नो, वी गेट बेरिश डाइवर्जेंस इन द बुल ट्रेंड, and that means the price is going to get corrected, detour, and again it will resume. लेकिन they don't tell you that कि हर एक trend change begins with a divergence, and how to tap that movement and how to tap that trade, I'll just show you in upcoming classes. Now what happens if you are selecting 10 to 12 stocks that have divergence and that has started showing signs of getting correction, और उसके बाद it fails the divergence setup and moves up. 10 में से if three stocks make your divergence trend change valid, सब चीज पूरे साल आपको ट्रेड नहीं करना पड़ेगा अगर एक ट्रेड आप कर लिए तो. I'll show you in upcoming traders classroom sessions. I'll show you how divergence work, and this is a very good, maybe in the next month in the live session I'll show you how we will trade with divergence and how you can really pinpoint top and bottoms. So first I just wanted to introduce this this line concept and this channel concept, and then I'll show you how this thing will work. Okay, so is there anything else? Any questions? Anything else which can be addressed? Okay, so I'll take your leave now, and the recording will be available, on the this thing, on the traders classroom portal. You can go and watch there. And just a moment, I got a question from this Mr. Nishant. We will discuss this question once we are finished off with this concept in our traders classroom also, because ये traders classroom में भी ये सब concept discuss नहीं हुए, and if I discuss with you, you can mail me, right, your doubts here at info@pro_rsi. Right now I'm here only. Up, you can mail me, and then I'll just mail me with the chart, and I'll just send it across. It will be better. So this is it, guys. Have a good day and have a good Sunday. Enjoy it, and next time we'll catch up. Everything will be done in the traders classroom. Don't worry. We'll use everything, and good setups on the Bollinger Band will be explained. एक setup मैंने explain कर चुका. I have just explained one setup in the traders classroom, and one more setup is there. We'll explain it as the time comes. So you don't have to really understand the tool inside out for trading. Bye bye. Have a good day. Keep earning, keep learning.